Greetings everybody, it's leaf season and I highly recommend for a larger property a double composter. This one's just been built, never been used before. It is around, I think, $4,500 to build this. So we're talking about fancy compost. Okay, so we lift her up and lock it in place like this. Okay, now it's ready to receive the leaves. Can you see in there? We got a left side and a right side. We're going to fill up the left side first and get that packed down and then start filling the right side. Oh, here we go. First dump of the year, of ever, for this one. Thank you very much. One of the great features about this compost bin is you can take the front off. So we have these clasps here. Like that. And like that. And we just pull that side like that. And we can dig out the compost in the spring like this. Into a wheelbarrow, out to the garden. So that would be late May, early June, when things are really starting to grow. You can, even if it's not totally finished composting, you can tuck it around plants and it's very dark and it disappears into the earth. Okay, let's talk about raking, one of the most dangerous jobs in the garden. It's very hard on your elbows. So rake as little as possible. And if you have a big property with lots of trees like this one, rely on the blower. Okay, go buy yourself a blower. If you have to be on budget, get a plug-in blower that costs $89 from Canadian Tire. They work great, they're worth their weight in gold. All of this property was done with a lithium blower, getting everything into this area for raking. Okay, so you can see there's a smattering of leaves left on the ground. That's called the 95% rule. So while the leaves are falling, leave 5% behind, because that extra 5% to make it pristine is way more work than 5%. And as soon as you turn around, more leaves are falling and it looks crappy. So do not worry about getting it pristine until all the leaves are down. So blow everything into the area where the most leaves have fallen, so that you have an area too dense to blow. As soon as it becomes a problem for the blower to move the leaves, then leave them as they are for raking. For raking, invest in a couple of things. One is a rectangular box, like this one. I believe it was $29 at Canadian Tire. It is super light. It has large wheels, so it's easy on grass. The most important part is it lays flat so you can rake directly into it. You can see behind it is a flexible basket bucket. These things are fantastic for clippings. They come in all different sizes. They're hard to find. A lot of the big boxes don't carry them anymore, but you can get 3 different sizes at Home Hardware. They're not cheap, but they're worth it, and they last a long time. Okay, so to raking techniques. Okay, a couple techniques about raking. There's not a lot of leaves here, but the same principles apply. First of all, try to rake on a dry day. Wet leaves way much more. Secondly, pick one day a week, say Monday, and always do it on the same day. If you let it slide beyond a week, it becomes discouraging, shall we say. Okay, we're still approaching the peak, and things can get very hairy if you don't do it regularly. And try and pick dry weather. Secondly, don't rake an area beyond what you can reach. So you can do a little Tai Chi move like this, but beyond that, don't rake further. Okay, the reach of the rake is the maximum reach you should be doing. Don't drag leaves off from a different spot. So what you'll end up with is piles of leaves that are evenly spaced apart two lengths of your rake. One on this side, one on that side. Okay, and then you go with the bucket laying down. Okay, now when you got your pile of leaves in front of your bucket, always do as little of this as possible, okay? This is the motion that will hurt your elbows. So to get it in the bucket, rather than using the rake, use your foot, like that. Okay, your legs are hard to injure with this motion, but your elbows, definitely much easier to injure. So get everything in there, and then you kind of cap it with your rake. Boom. Done. Okay? And then get all those nice leaves off to your compost bin so they can become soil next summer. Remember, the best combination for compost, half and half, grass and leaves. Perfect combination of carbon and nitrogen. Okay, see you next time.